Well, you know what week it is. It's Raider Week for the Denver Broncos as they get to host the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 1 of the opening season for 2023. I am Kevin Zano. This is How About Them Broncos? And let's preview Week 1 against the Raiders.
No bandwagons roll with me. No fair weathers roll with me. Real fans only. Real fans only. Real fans only. Real fans only in the game. No bandwagons roll with me. No fair weathers roll with me. Real fans only. Real fans only in the game. Real fans only. Real fans only in the game. Real fans only. I don't do the fake.
So, the Denver Broncos, again, are hosting the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 1 of the 2023 opening season. Now, there's a lot of pressure riding on the Denver Broncos, just like there's a lot of drama with the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, before we get into the drama, the Las Vegas drama, Raider drama, like always, let's first talk about the importance of this game before we preview it. It's important because we haven't beaten the Raiders since Drew Lock was our quarterback in 2019. And it is extremely, extremely important that the Broncos pick up this win. The pressure on Sean Payton, I didn't think was going to be as big as it is. But it is huge, especially with Deion Sanders picking up the victory that he did against TCU last week in his first game as a head coach for Colorado. Now, the pressure is there. I've seen it all throughout Twitter, right? From the Nuggets, from just saying Avalanche, they're a year removed from being Stanley Cup champions. The Nuggets just became the NBA World Champions. That's number 2. Colorado showing something that has really never been seen before, right? Bringing 80-something players through the transfer portal and beating the national champion runner-ups in the fashion and the shootout the way that they did. So now the pressure is there on Sean Payton. But the good thing is Sean Payton is coming off a 41-0 preseason victory over the Los Angeles Rams. So he knows that the pressure is there. Heck, he lives in Colorado right now. He knows that the pressure is there. Now, I believe he's going to live up to it, and the Broncos are going to walk away with the W. Now, there's 2 ways that I feel about this game, besides the pressure. If the Broncos win, they're going to say, well, you're supposed to win that game. It's the Raiders. A lot of people say that the Raiders are going to be good, and a lot of people say that the Raiders are going to be bad. Will Compton, on his Buzzing with the Boys, I don't know what drugs he's on, and I hope that he's not doing drugs. He's talking about the Raiders winning the AFC West, the Chiefs falling, and the Raiders coming out victorious in that division. Kids, don't do drugs. That does not make any sense. Because first of all, they got to hope Jimmy Garoppolo walks out of this game in one piece. Because Jonathan Cooper, Frank Clark, Randy Gregory, Zach Allen, these 4 guys, and that's not just them. You got Drew Sanders who can blitz. You got Nick Bonito. You got these guys who can all come at him. And guess what? That offensive line for the Raiders, it ain't as good as you may think it is. And guess what? If Jimmy Garoppolo can't stay upright, they're going to have a long day. Oh, but we have Aiden O'Connell, blah, 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 blah. guess what? There's a difference from him playing backups in the preseason to coming up against starters, guys who are hungry, guys who are coming from a winning organization. Oh, but the Raiders, we have 3 Super Bowls. Bro, you guys haven't won a Super Bowl since the 80s? Sit down, relax. I don't even know if half of you were even born the last time the Raiders won a Super Bowl. I'm born in 96. Broncos won 2 Super Bowls back-to-back when I was born. And they just won one in 2015. Well, 2016. Season 2015/16. But that's what I'm saying. If the Broncos win, and it's fine. I don't want it to be excitement. No. I want them to say that. I want them to say, oh, they're not supposed to beat them. So when they go off in week 2 and beat the Commanders, oh, they're supposed to beat the Commanders and blah, blah, blah. But if the Broncos, for some unnecessary reason, lose, if they somehow lose to the Raiders, oh, hell's gonna break loose. From me, from the media, is gonna get worse. And I get it. They're going to say, the defendant that you have there is, well, Sean Payton is putting in a new system compared to the Raiders who've had Josh McDaniels for a minute now. Yes and no. Because the Raiders have been full of drama. And let's talk real quick about this drama that they've been dealing with here in the last couple of months. Now, in the last couple of months, the drama they've been dealing with. This goes back to Derek Carr, right? He gets benched, and that relationship just ends horribly. It does. So out goes Derek Carr, becomes a free agent, signs to the New Orleans Saints. Now, kudos to him. I give round of applause to him for what he did. He made sure that the Raiders got nothing from him in return. Derek Carr, because of that, kind of like you now. And I hope you succeed in New Orleans. But then I got to say, because Sean Payton needs to have more success than the Saints will. Anyways, but you have that. You have the whole Darren Waller situation where he was supposed to get a contract extension. He didn't. Trade rumors were spread. Well, basically, the trade rumors came out, and he was about to get married with his wife. I think she plays for the Las Vegas Aces. And it became a mess with that. There was a wedding. I don't even think they invited McDaniels. They didn't even invite the ownership of the Raiders. It was just chaotic there. So that's the second thing. Number 3, Davante Adams. You trade for Davante Adams. You get rid of his best friend who was the quarterback, Derek Carr. And then he comes out and says, they didn't even ask for my input when it came to the quarterback. Him saying that there's uncertainty when it comes to the quarterback situation there in Las Vegas. And then you have the Josh Jacobs thing, which is number 4. I know he's back. They gave him $1 million more. He missed all of preseason. He was upset. The writing is on the wall, and I still think that it is. The Raiders just created this $17 million free cap, and they're saying, oh, watch the Raiders make a giant move. For who? Aren't they basically saying, oh, don't be surprised if Davante Adams get traded during the season? I think that money might be to say, hey, Josh Jacobs, let's pay you now. That's just me. Raider fans are delusional, thinking they're going to land Nick Bosa from the San Francisco 49ers. You guys are super delusional. I'm being honest. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat that crow. But it doesn't make any sense there for the Niners to be like, oh, here you go, Raiders. It just doesn't. And then the 5th thing, what just happened this week with Chandler Jones? Apparently, he wasn't even let in the training facility. He couldn't go in there and get a workout. And he made it publicly known. It was on his story on Instagram. Eventually, it got deleted. It got taken down. But dude, since just say the last 2 weeks of the regular season, right? Last year, it hasn't even been a full year. In December, right? From December to now, the 5 superstar players, you can say that they're superstars because they're the best players on their team, right? Derek Carr, Darren Waller, Devontae not being happy, Josh Jacobs, and now Chandler Jones. The Raiders are just full of drama. And what message is that really sending? That's why I think, I'm sorry, Will Compton, you are insane for thinking that the Raiders are going to win the division. First of all, they got to try to protect Jimmy Garoppolo. I think they're going to struggle. That defense, besides Max, because Chandler Jones didn't look the same last year. But that defense, besides Crosby and Chandler Jones, who else do they got? The rookie that they drafted, we don't really know what he's going to be. There was times where he struggled against good tackles. But all of our corners are better than theirs. Our safeties are better. Our linebackers are better. Like I said, there's a little bit of competition there with Max Crosby and Chandler Jones. But I'll take our defense 100%, all of those starters, over their defense. Yes, do they have Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs? Okay, but two dudes aren't going to win you the game. Are they going to be able to put up a fight? Most definitely they will be able to. I don't think it will. I'm giving my score prediction right now. I think the Broncos walk away with a 27-10 victory. A 17-point victory. And it's going to be a really, really good win. It's going to be one of those wins that Broncos fans can say, yes, we got the win. Yes, this streak is over. Now let's focus on the Chiefs. Well, but before, sorry for the stuttering, before we even focus on the Chiefs, we got to focus on the Commanders in week 2. But yeah, that's my score prediction. The Broncos will pick up the victory 27-10 at home in week 1 for the first game of the season. So, what do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to pick up the victory? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know. But I am excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm about to get you guys as pumped up as I can. Because Broncos football, meaningful Broncos football, is back. And it's back with a vengeance. It's time for all of the stuff that we've been going through since winning Super Bowl 50. It's time to shake off this curse. The wide receivers, I'm excited for when Jerry Jeudy comes back. I'm excited for Russ. I'm excited for Courtland Sutton, for Greg Dulcich, for Javonte Williams, for P. Ryan, for McLaughlin, for this whole offensive line, for this whole defense, PS2, Simmons, Allen, Gregory, Cooper, all of these guys. I'm excited. You need to get excited. If you're not excited, you better wake up and do whatever it is that you needed to. Take an energy drink, take some coffee. I don't know what it is, but you got to get pumped. You got to get excited because Broncos football is back. And if you ain't excited, you ain't bleeding orange and blue. You ain't a real Broncos fan if you can't figure out a way to get yourself pumped up for the season. And I'm doing it for you right here, right now with this talk. It's important that us Broncos fans stick together. It's important that we separate the real fans from the fake fans, the fair weather fans. Because guess what? This year, big things are going to happen for the Broncos. This year, they're going to be a playoff team. This year, they're going to walk away with 12 wins and a playoff win. And we're going to finish the Raiders. I think we sweep the Raiders. I think we sweep the Chargers, and we'll split with the Chiefs. So we'll go 5-1 in this division. I'm excited. Broncos football is back. This has been the Week 1 preview. If you are watching this and you still haven't seen my ultimate fan guide for the Denver Broncos 2023 season, I'll put the link to that description down below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me at HBT Broncos on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Threads. If you guys want to be part of the Facebook group, I have nobody in there. I haven't really built it, but let's try to build it. Make sure you guys are, if you're interested, the link is down below. And if you are watching this on the Orange and Blue Network, make sure you subscribe to them as well, as I am doing my best putting the same content on both channels as we try to make sure that both of these channels can grow. So I am Kevin Zano. This has been How About Them Broncos? It's Raider Week. Get pumped. Get excited. And I'll see you guys on the game reaction after we beat them Raiders on